town, we the best around.
We designated spitters live every week. Designated homie cause we sticky heat. We designated spitters deep. Talking Yankee baseball, hip hop or the streets. We designated, we innovative. We designated spitters time, what you know. We designated, we innovative. We designated spitters, let's start the show.
Well, the New York Yankees are down to their last legs, so to say. I'm here with the OG, the originator of all this shit.
How's it going, everybody?
The only Felix.
And we'll use Felix with the Salmonetti source.
Yeah.
The only place you will find the designated scumbags. This show has been changed to the designated scumbags.
Designated scumbags in full effect today. Damn, the Yankees are looking.
By the way, you know the
right
difference between the Yankees and the Astros? You see, the Astros are a classic Southern team, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to have guys talking like, Altuve, you son of a bitch, if you don't perform. You know what's going to happen to you? Next time you ask me for a favor, asking for one of your primos in Venezuela to come illegally, they're not coming. You better start performing, boy. Ugh. That's the difference.
And what are the Yankees?
And then New York, you have Hans Hansberger. Oh, Stone Cold Stanton, you're not hitting. Why don't you come with me and go to the spa? We'll get a manicure, and we'll be pretty. That's
I know him and Boone are hanging out quite a bit these days. Hans and Booney boy.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see them dipping pretzels together in like some cheese sauce.
I know where
sitting on the bench, legs crossed.
Where did Francis Lee go, by the way? Wasn't this his show?
It was apparently. But
hey, can we ask Yankees Long Island King to use his autism and find them with his 160 IQ?
Oh God!
Felix, you're canceled now. You're making fun of autism.
Nah, you know what? We're always canceled anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, canceling is just
we're automatically canceled.
We're used to it. We're used to it by now. I mean,
by
the way I've talked about Boone,
other guys say they're a real fan for the real fan, and not NyynewsTV, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got some competition out there.
I love the competition. The competition's always cute and fun. But the Yankees are now down 3-0. I don't think anybody thought, to be honest, even when it started, that a sweep was anywhere possible. I don't think any of us thought that. I know I didn't think it. I didn't expect the Yankees to come out.
Just ask yourself this question. The Astros haven't won the World Series since 2017, right?
Yeah.
And all these teams, they've been making the playoffs ever since, right?
Every year, yeah.
All these teams have found the recipe of how to beat the Astros.
Right.
Except for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Why aren't they prepared by now?
I think it's here. I really do. I was talking to Wayne Franklin yesterday, of course, pitched with the Yankees in 2005. And he said it flat out. He was like, at this point, you got to really believe that the Astros are just in the Yankees' head. It kind of shows on the field. I mean, the Yankees, look, they've had all year of up and down performance-wise when it comes to offense. But the way the offense has played right now, I mean, it's not even competitive. The Astros don't got to go out there and do nothing. The Astros, like you told me the other day, you were like, I mean, both of the first games were winnable, so I expect the Yankees to pull something out at home.
Yeah,
and you're right.
They had everything except for the offense. They were attacking Alvarez, right? You know, Altuve continued with his slump. And, you know, they approached them the right way, but the offense wasn't there. It's like a very winnable series, but they haven't been able to pull it off.
Yeah, no doubt. You're spot on. The pitching has been good. You know, you can look at some things like I'm very much into pinpointing. I very much believe that leadership plays a role in how your team actually plays. I know people automatically jump to the offense, and I get it. I understand that. I'm not discrediting that the offense hasn't hit, but my problem solely lies with leadership of this team when it comes to Brian Cashman, when it comes to Aaron Boone, on the messaging of this club. It's okay to make excuses. It's okay. And I could prove my point really easily right now. Look at Josh Donaldson's comments. 100% Aaron Boone. Oh, I've had good at-bats. Bro, you don't hit the ball.
No, he's
but I've
had
had good
horrible
at-bats.
at-bats.
And exactly.
And
but
let
that's
me
my
tell
point.
you something. Whoever cut Donaldson's hair, I don't know if he went he didn't go to his Dominican barber.
He didn't go
went
to Dominican
like
barbers, no.
Ecuadorian or something like that. They fucked you up, bro. You look like that guy Hawkeye from Marvel.
Yes, he does. He does.
You look like Tweety Bird, bro.
He looks like Jeremy
They
Renner
fucked
out
you
there
up.
trying to play. But Donaldson got a lot bigger issues than his damn haircut. I'd say that much. But
I mean, he's making money. I mean,
No, you're
he's
right.
making 25 mil. Realistically, that dude don't give a fuck.
no, he's a starting third baseman for the New York Yankees. What does he care for?
Yep.
I mean, everything is swell for him right now. It doesn't matter. But look, I'm gonna ask the question to get it out the way. Do the Yankees stand a chance in this series at this point?
I mean, they probably win these next 2 games. To be honest with you,
I think that's a win
lose
almost.
it in Houston.
I think that's a win almost. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, not to lose at Yankee Stadium would be a win in itself.
Because honestly, like if you're Houston's management, right? Wouldn't you want that series to go back to Houston and make more money?
Probably.
And tell
Why
your
not?
team go soft on the Yankees.
You never know.
No?
You never know. I believe personally, for me, I think it ends today.
Yeah.
I think it ends today. I mean,
Quite an embarrassment too.
that's just what it just feels like. That, you know what I mean? It feels like the ship is just tanking, and all right, now the end is here. Because somebody said the other day to me, they go, yeah, or yesterday, last night, if the Red Sox did it, they could do it. Don't compare the 04 Red Sox to this team.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Not
you can't
comparable.
compare
They
those
had
guys.
like over 100 years of history losing to the Yankees at that point.
Facts. And on top of it, they had a much better team. I mean, they had guys that wanted to win. You know, Ortiz, Manny, Kevin Millar, so on and so forth. Johnny
Pedro
Damon. Pedro Martinez. I mean, Kurt Schilling. Come on now. We don't have those guys here. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Gerrit Cole because, you know, Cole throughout the season, I remember in the offseason I said he wouldn't be an ace and he could pitch to about a 3.5 ERA. And, you know, a lot of people on my team were like, well, then, you know, they're not gonna win. The team's not gonna go nowhere. But they do. And then, like Michael Kay said last night, Cole's the reason they got past the Guardians. I mean, he pitched very good in that series.
Exactly.
Then with Aaron Boone, and again, I just want to know your opinion on this. When Aaron Boone came out, the first real sign of trouble Cole had, besides the 2-run home run, the first sign of trouble he got, he decides that you're not my best guy in that situation. Let me go to my bullpen. What were your thoughts in that moment?
Well, to be honest with you, he was supposed to let him in, but I understand where he was coming from. Trevino, however you pronounce his name, because there's so many Trevinos on the Yankees, to get that sinker and to get ground balls.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to leave him in there, though.
Yeah,
he's
no
a
doubt.
$1 million man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you're going to go down with the ship, go down with your best guy. Don't go down with, well, Trevino gave it up. No, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
And I remember
But
I
did
said
you
it
see
on-
him after he gave up those 3 runs, though, that he did get 2 ground balls after that? That's what he was supposed to get, though.
Well, no, 100%, because I said that on game season. I said, all right, well, here's the good thing. I mean, if we're going to see something good out of this, is that Trevino's a ground ball guy. So you can get a quick double play here. Even if you give him the 1, I can understand why you do it that way. But for me, I'm sitting back watching that saying, nah, you got to leave your ace in that situation and let him lose it or let him blow it or let him get out of it. I know Michael Kay kind of finally fell off the company man train and kind of went at it.
Oh, that's the Yankees telling him to say that when he's
I think so too.
speaking. Yeah. So
I think so too.
Aaron Boone's in the hot seat.
That was my next question to you is, do you think, let's just say for an example, let's go along with the narrative that the Yankees dropped the game today, the season's over. Do you think there's actually significant change in leadership?
I think Aaron Boone's going to be the fall man this time because we've been in this situation so many times now. And, you know, Cashman's hearing it big time from the fan base, and I think he's going to be the sacrificial lamb this time.
Yeah.
I don't
you
think he's
Cashman's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. Yeah.
Cashman's back and Boone is gone. God, that would, you know, and everybody's probably going to hear me be like, oh my God, I can't believe Pete's saying that. To me, that's not it though. Because they're a two-way package. Because what you got to remember is, I talked about this the other day, and you're going to remember this, you know. If you remember, it was Brian Cashman who got rid of Joe Girardi because he said he was too tough on the players. So he started that method of, we need to become a softer franchise in the sense. We need a guy like Aaron Boone that can come in and just, you know, coddle these guys a little bit. He started that, not Boone. Boone came into it. But Cashman was the one that was like, we got to get away from the military style of Girardi to a guy that's more softer and gentler to these players.
And now they're probably going to revert back to Joe Girardi type. If they
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Well, if you remember, too, it started a little bit in the offseason when he was saying, we need an enforcer in the clubhouse. And to right now, I still don't know who that guy is. I don't know there's no On Anderson. There's no On Anderson in that clubhouse.
They need somebody from Texas, boy. Do you understand me?
Who wears boots instead of cleats. That's what they need. A fucking cowboy in there.
With an AR-15 with Vaseline, the tip of the rifle. You better come here, boy. You want some of this? I'm here now.
What's the one guy's name? The fucking nutcase from your show.
I forgot. I haven't done that. Like,
oh man, what was his name again?
Daniel Johnson and who else?
Daniel Johnson. Wait, was Daniel Johnson the country guy?
Daniel Johnson was the liberal guy.
He was the liberal guy. Who the hell was the damn, now I gotta remember now.
Damn, I got a mental block right now.
Shit. That's gonna really fucking piss me off.
Just leave it in the comments, guys.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Like I made the character up, and I even forgot.
He forgot the character. That's all the partying. That's what it is. It's too much
and one time I did that. Almost super drunk. Like I was in Dominican Republic. Like I was drunk for like a week, and I actually made a show drunk. So
it's kind of like that's comparable to David Wells pitching a perfect game.
Yeah,
it's very close, very similar.
Yes, sir.
So you're looking at this series. Let's be optimistic here. What do and this is probably an easy question, but what do the Yankees have to do? Do you think? Let's do this. Josh Donaldson stays in the lineup today. That doesn't change.
You know what? I would keep him there for his defense alone.
Okay.
I know Connor Falefa has won a Gold Glove, but that was in 2020. With the shortened season. And freaking Luke Voigt won the batting title, right? That year?
No, I know he won the home run.
Something like that. Home run title. So I don't really, that's not a real Gold Glove to me. Right. And if you Donaldson is a home run threat regardless. Even though Gallo was trash in the Yankees, like putting him in there, he was still a home run threat. So I'll keep Donaldson in there just for his defense alone. And what do you think about shortstop?
What okay, shortstop. I mean, to me, I don't know how it's nobody else but Peraza. I don't understand it. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. And somebody made a good point yesterday and on Twitter. I forgot who it was unless I would shout him out. But I saw it briefly and I read it and I was like, that doesn't make sense. He was like, but again, this is the problem with the Yankees. He goes, well,
let me ask you this question. Would you put IKF at third and replace Donaldson with him offensively? Would you prefer his bat over Donaldson?
I would prefer his bat over Donaldson because of the team they're playing.
Yeah.
And I've said that for a while. The reason I said this before the season, the series began, I said, if I'm the Yankees, you got to put all the contact and speed in there that you can find. Because you got to play the Astros different. You can't play the Astros by sitting back saying, Judge is going to hit a 3-run home run.
But that's how the Astros have been approaching the Yankees with the home run ball, though.
Yeah, it's a different pitching staff. It's a different pitching staff. And that's my concern with the Astros. The Yankees have never hit them. Never hit them. I mean, you look at even this year. You got a dude that pitched last night, Javier. What did he go, 10 and something innings with no hits against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium? That's insane. That's insane. And then we know they don't hit Verlander too well. They don't hit Framber Valdez well. McCullers, they never hit. Who's going to start today? They never hit McCullers. They never hit friggin' Luis Garcia this year. So my thought process of it was hit the ball and run, hit and runs, get IKF in there, get Peraza in there, get Cabrera in there. Put as many guys in that lineup that can actually run the base paths and try to cause havoc however you can. That's the other issue that Boone has done. The other night, was it yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday. Yeah, yesterday's game. Carpenter gets on base with a single. He leaves Carpenter in the game.
That's crazy.
So what was Tim LeCastro spot on the team for? And I know some people are like, yeah, but it's 5 runs. But still, if they had a double in the gap, the guy at first base got to run behind him. He may not be able to score.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. It's just like there's a real lack of urgency on this team of wanting to win.
And you can see Boone is actually managing, but he's managing dumb. Like all those decisions you see, that's actually Boone doing it.
Yes, 100%. I'm tired of that excuse that, it's these nerds in the background that's telling them to put this guy in. I don't believe that.
And it might be Mendoza as well, too, giving him bad advice. He might be his yes man.
I could personally see that it's a little bit of both, but that he does ultimately, decide.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do, or this is what we're gonna do. So even looking at the series ending, and so that's the only changes you would make in a lineup. You would go with Peraza at short too?
Yeah, for sure.
What about left field?
Cabrera.
And you leave Stanton as DH.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Carpenter should be
I'm
playing.
upset with Stanton at the moment.
I know you are.
Because this is the reason why the Yankees got him in the first place. They wanted to counter losing to the Astros. First, they didn't get Ohtani. That was their main priority. But then they shifted to Stanton, which was the whole point of getting him.
Yeah. And I even seen some people bring up the fact that when they got Stanton, and Brian Cashman actually said this, the minute they got Stanton, they decided they're not going to get Harper or Machado.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because some people don't get to the point that the Yankees could have got both of those guys. And they could have got Stanton and still got Machado or Harper, but they didn't do it. So, I mean,
let's be realistic. The Yankees could get any player they want if they wanted to.
No question. No doubt about it. And that's an excuse.
Look at the Dodgers. They're already hunting for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, the Giants are. A lot of teams are saying they're ready, that they're ponying it up. They're ready to go. So we'll see what happens in that regard. But I think that's the only changes I would make too, is I would go more to the contact guys, and I would just try to put your best foot forward with speed. At this point now, you know what, honestly? I'm going to say something I'm shocked I'm saying. This might be the best case scenario for the Yankees to be down 3-0. Either they'll lose today. The reason I say that is because maybe this kicks into motion for Aaron Boone to flat out say, you know what? Every time a guy's on base, run. You got the green light, go. Exactly. We got to be you get picked off. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Run. Hit and run. Try it.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose.
Got nothing to lose.
Just do whatever.
Got nothing to lose. Put all your speed in there. You get on base, run. Go. Hit and runs, 2-1 counts, hit and run. Just try to be overly aggressive because, again, you got to change something up drastically to win this series or even get back in it. But we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's like I'm saying, as a business mind, if I'm the Houston Astros management, I'll say go soft on the Yankees, have these games, come back to Houston, and let's make some money.
Yeah, I mean, hell, shit.
They might gamble and they might lose a series if
That's
they do
scary
that.
Thing.
Some shit, yeah.
But if I'm a businessman, thing you want to
come back to Houston.
Oh, business minded. Of course, you want it. You're saying in your head, yeah, hell, shit, let this thing get back here. But team wise, team orientated.
But they're the type to want to embarrass the Yankees, though. They want to sweep them.
Oh yeah, and I forgot who it was. I think it was the one player on the team. I keep thinking McCullers, but McCormick. I think he basically said the other day is that we're playing with a chip on our shoulder. People are still talking about 2017. We just want to prove we're the best team. And they're continuing to do that. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. But
that's even more embarrassing for Cashman and the Yankees that the Astros are mopping the floor with them.
Well, it's even worse, too, when you're out there making excuses on why you lost. I mean, that's even worse. That makes it look even worse for you. But going back to what we both agreed on, and I'm not too sure if Boone is let go, but if Boone is let go, is there a name in your mind that makes the most sense for the Yankees to go after?
Who's out there, actually? Who's the candidates out there?
You got Dom Mattingly. A lot of people are already talking about Mattingly because he's already there. Yeah. I tell you, a name that I love, doubtful that it will ever happen, I would love Terry Francona.
Yeah.
I think Tito Francona would be amazing. I think Mike Scioscia coming out of retirement wouldn't be
bad.
Mike
Scioscia actually is a good one.
I think Mike Scioscia would be perfect. A lot of people say Posada, but my thing is, I think
he has to be a bench coach first.
Right, that's what I think too. I think the Yankees really need somebody who's been there and done that. It's like the Astros did, right? They had the whole situation happen. They said, all right, well, who could bring balance immediately to this clubhouse? Yeah, Dusty Baker makes all the sense in the world. Been there, done that. He's going to have the locker room in check and in order. He knows what the hell he's doing. So for me, for the Yankees, all right, we got Volpe coming up, Dominguez coming up, this guy coming up, that guy coming up. We got high-profile guys. Who could mold that well and keep these guys in line? We're not bullshitting and making excuses and we're just playing baseball. Mike Scioscia.
Yeah.
Mike Scioscia, Tito Francona. They're winners. They kind of been there and done that. That to me makes the most sense. But I also feel like nothing changes if you don't get rid of Brian Cashman.
Yeah, Cashman has done some pretty boneheaded decisions. So,
what was your original thoughts? And I don't have your videos in front of me, obviously, but what was your original thoughts to IKF and the Donaldson deal?
I didn't agree with it.
Yeah,
I didn't like
figured.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I obviously could have guessed that. I mean,
And
I remember
had a
there
whole
was
bunch
some
of
people out
in my
there.
comments saying that, oh no, Donaldson is a great deal. I was like, what?
Yep. I remember. I know.
But then I started liking Donaldson like when the Yankees were winning a lot because I could see he had an impact in the clubhouse.
Yeah. Then he got neutered.
So when the Yankees started losing, I always bring it back to the White Sox versus the Yankees, that Tim Anderson situation.
Yep.
That's when the Yankees, I don't know what happened with their clubhouse. Something just went wrong, and they just started losing.
It was a collapse because leadership didn't have their players back, and I think it caused a sour note. And then remember.
And then everybody now is just showing each other fake love. That's what I think.
And then remember Donaldson got on the COVID list after that. And he was sent home for like 7 or 8 days or some shit like that.
And then, Yankees sucked right after that.
And then the Yankees were terrible after that for a minute. But, we covered just about all that. I don't know the next time, obviously, you'll be on, but obviously people can always hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask a question because the offseason is really right here. Looking at this Yankee roster and that what we know it is, and I know we're going to have all this time in the world to talk about the offseason. People are obviously interested in hearing what we have to say about it. What is the immediate need? Like, you look at this team right now and you go, well, here's what they need. It's obvious. What is that?
Well, if they get swept, I would look to try to trade or move John Cole Stanton.
Wow.
I would try. I don't know if they could get rid of Donaldson. I don't know if some idiot team would try. But you're going to have to approach teams saying, hey, look, we're going to take some of these guys' salary. We're going to move them. Because John Cole Stanton makes no sense if he's not slugging his way. I know he's been great in the postseason, but he's not here when we need him the most.
Yeah.
Like, he's MIA.
Yeah.
So I would have completely changed the whole roster. I would get rid of everybody and just start off from scratch.
Now, you mean everybody?
The guys that you could get rid of. And, like, younger guys, maybe a shot.
DJ LeMahieu?
I mean, I know Justin Long Island he wants some trade for a while now. But he's old. He's getting older now, so who knows?
So if you could move him, you would do that.
Who knows if you could even move him either with his
True,
contract.
exactly.
But I would move him. I would move him.
Here's the thing, too, and this is another question to go along with what you're saying. Is Brian Cashman a guy to do those type of moves?
I mean, by now, this dude has a vendetta, though. I think he's going to go like what Napalm.
So you think his manager getting fired, but him coming back, it's going to be, hey, you got to do it again. Like, now your legacy's being tarnished. You got to go scorched earth.
I think he's going to try to vindicate himself, to be honest, and I think Aaron Boone's going to be the sacrificial lamb.
I'll tell you what, I'll say this. Brian Cashman's not a moron. I mean, this is obvious, and this is not me sticking up for him. The guy's been here for a long time. He has an idea and a sense of what to do. My issue is, I just feel like you got a lot of GMs nowadays that are very creative. They find ways to be creative. You got guys that the Red Sox that time traded who? What's his name? Adrian Gonzalez and Carl
they'll
Crawford.
be back. They'll be back.
$170 million or whatever the hell it was. They moved it easy like it was nothing. And they were right back in the playoffs immediately almost.
Yep.
So the Yankees could easily do the same thing, like you said, when it comes to Donaldson, when it comes to Aaron Hicks. I'm very doubtful they move Stanton. But DJ LeMahieu even, and I love LeMahieu. But if you can move on from LeMahieu when you got a guy like Cabrera now, you go ahead and do it. You do it. Maybe you bring back a Benintendi. Obviously you look at Aaron Judge. But I'm still a big believer.
I think they're going to bring back Benintendi.
I think so too. I think Benintendi makes a lot of sense for him.
And Bader's going to be locked in too.
Bader's locked in long term, I think.
Defensively, he's like the greatest center fielder I've ever seen.
And I think I noticed something too that the Yankees have kind of picked up on with his bat. I don't know if you've noticed this or anybody else. I think he's dropped his hands down to get more elevation.
Back. Yeah, he's leaning back.
Yeah, to put the ball in the air a little more.
And he's having launch angles, stuff like that.
Yes, so that launch angle is going to be increased. So you might see a guy pop 15 to 20 to 25 homers maybe even, which would be insane for a guy like Bader, and he could steal bases. He could be a 20-20 guy for the Yankees. But I see Peraza at shortstop. I think you move Gleyber Torres. I think you trade Gleyber. You're not going to pay him. Why are you going to give Gleyber $10, $11 million next year for? For what?
Yeah.
It's time to move on from him. But
they're probably going to complete that trade that they had with the Marlins.
Yeah, the Pablo Lopez one.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people think too. But here we go. Let's end it on this. What's your prediction for today? Do the Yankees pull this victory out?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they're going to win the next 2 games.
Okay.
To be honest,
you think they win the next 2 and they go home
and go back to Houston?
My heart's going to tell me the Yankees win today. My brain would tell me they get swept.
Yeah,
that's the way I'm.
I mean, if they get swept, they want they don't want to play for Boone. They
I believe that
want
already.
fired.
I mean, I'm on record of saying that. I believe that already. I believe that's been the case for a little while. I mean, look, man. I mean, I was talking to a few people before the game yesterday, and these are former major leaguers that said flat out, if my manager came out there and made excuses, I wouldn't want to play for him. I want a manager to come out there and go, no, we didn't do it. We're not nothing about no roof, nothing about any of that. We didn't do it. We didn't win. We didn't play right.
I think, to be honest with you, like, New York City is like a beautiful city, and these guys have penthouses. Like Chapman had like a crazy apartment in New York City. Yeah. They just get too comfortable here.
Of course.
Like the analogy I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
The Texas guy versus the New York City type of guy. Yeah. Understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I think they're getting too pampered and too comfortable in the city.
No doubt about it. And then Boone is handing out Go-Gurts and shit like that, and then unicornios and all that.
You want your gummy bear, son?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So with that being said, guys, go follow Felix at _NYY News. Of course,
Since
the originator.
2005. People don't know this.
They don't.
We're the originators right here.
Well, I explained it all the time that you started in 05. I came in, 06?
Me and you, yeah.
06, man. Back in the Yankee Forum days, man. That was the shit back then.
Yeah.
The Yankee Forum days back in the day. So, yeah, before.
When Yankee Long Island King was in his daddy's balls. What is his name? Yankees Iced Tea or something like that?
Some shit like that. I don't know. He's a good kid. He got some issues, man. Yeah. Poor kid got some. He's gonna be a wrestler, professional wrestler. Yeah. Doing body slams.
I mean, he's a writer now for NYY News, and I told him, hey, cut it out with that trade proposal shit, and then you can write on the website.
He's gonna write about Manny Acta all day. That's like his new love interest is Manny Acta.
He's gonna trade Boba Fett for Josh Donaldson. Coming soon.
Oh, by the way.
Plus.
I was going to ask you this earlier. I might as well I'll ask you right now. How was Black Adam? Was it good?
It was all right. It was kind of good.
I know you said it started off good.
Yeah, it started off good, but it's like one of those movies where they use a green screen and they're just in one setting. And yeah, they're like in one area the whole movie. So
okay, well, everybody look.
Plus, I'm not a DC fan in the first place anyway.
Facts.
So,
you get fucking movie reviews here too. I mean, we fucking do it all over here. It's kind of what we do. Movie reviews. Yeah. I had breakfast a little while ago. It was all right. It was good. I mean, that's kind of what we do here, Yeah. We do that shit.
You're sounding like a little raspy. You sure you ain't
I'm fucking
this Snow White?
No.
Tony Montana.
No. I mean, I do have the one clip, if you remember, of the Tony Montana clip.
But
yes, 100%. But no, actually, the funny thing is, if you want to laugh about that, people ask me in the chat all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, all the time. Like, are you on cocaine, Adderall? I promise Adderall. I'm really not. I just fucking do my thing. But
actually
my throat is shot.
A girl recently that she says she was on Adderall. And I said, she was talking about it like it's normal. And I said, don't you need a prescription for that? And then, my doctor gets it for me. And I was like, okay, I'll hit you up later.
She's going back in the back room with the doctor doing a little Zuccola mink, and that's it.
Like they're so happy to be on Adderall.
That's it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, guys, Game 4 is a few hours from right now. We'll be covering that on Game Season Live. And with that being said, you guys already know.
Before we go, I want to give a shout-out to everybody that has been, helping with NyynewsTV.
Facts.
I'm going to just name a few names. I know they're not with NYY News. Please. I'm talking about Gary, Francis, Joe G, Alex, Luca, Christian, Chris. What's the other guy's name that does the voices for NYY? SGR. Who did I? RB.
RB.
Ra.
Yep.
And everybody that's subscribed to NyynewsTV.
Facts.
Before we leave, getting subscribers on YouTube is like one of the most hardest things. And let's congratulate Pete Simonetti real quick for getting almost 13,000 subscribers by now.
Yeah, I think we're 26 away from 13K.
Nice, man.
I'll tell you right
it's
now.
very hard. If you're an MLB content creator, not even Major League Baseball players have high subscriber counts.
Yeah, 26 subs away from 13,000. But again, none of that
if you're
ever.
A-Rod scoring J-Lo, you know,
Then you get subs.
you'll put your name out there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But no, none of it would have been possible without Felix because he obviously started the whole damn thing, and that's just a fact of the matter.
It's just a fact.
I remember my time. I talked about this one time when Francis interviewed me for DS, and I said, "Damn, I went like 6 years without doing fucking anything." And you would always tell me, like, make videos again, like get back in the Yankees.
Yeah,
shit.
man.
I was like, oh no, I'm a fucking rapper now.
I mean, this is a way better industry than the music
100%.
industry.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You got to meet the same people, and you know it's just a different kind of a beast.
Yep, no doubt. But guys, as you already know, we never come whack on a designated Spittaz track.
Designated scumbags.
Designated scumbags in full effect. Until next time,
new name
guys.
of the show, guys.
That's it. Designated
Peace out.
scumbags. We are out.
Yeah.
Before it hits the front page,